What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Packers Rookie Preview. I am your host, Tyler Brook. We've made it to the 7th round picks, starting with Kentucky cornerback Carrington Valentine today. Probably the guy outside of the kicker that I knew the least about going into this, but I'll tell you what, I came away pretty impressed. I think there's a spot for him on this team. So we'll dive into that film in a little bit. Before we get into it, a reminder about the giveaway. You can, if you've not entered already, check the description below this video. You will get some information as far as how to enter into the giveaway. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we'll announce a winner. Incredible support over Memorial Day weekend, over 100 subscribers already. Once we hit 900 subscribers, there will be an opportunity for you to have a second entry into this, doing something a little different. So if you've already subscribed, if you've already done all the instructions for the giveaway, tell your friends, get them to subscribe, get them, join in on the channel. The more subscribers we get, the faster. The sooner we'll have an opportunity to give away those second chances. And again, approaching pretty quickly, so thank you for all the support. Why don't we go ahead and get into it? Carrington Valentine, cornerback out of Kentucky. So frankly, just not a ton of information on this guy. He was a two-sport player in high school, football and basketball. Not a ton of production or accolades at Kentucky. However, when you see the frame and you see that athleticism, it's pretty impressive. 5'11 and a half, a little over that, 193 pounds, solid arm length, really good athleticism. Only one pick last season at Kentucky, but he did have 10 pass breakups. And just another note, I noticed 2-time SEC academic honor roll. This is a well-educated person, did really well. Dean's List multiple times as well. But let's go ahead and look at the film, because when you see that size, you have a certain expectation of the guy, and Valentine definitely fits that mold. So like we said, almost 6 feet tall, 193 pounds. When you see that kind of size and athletic profile, you're hoping this guy has some press abilities, man coverage abilities, and boy, does Valentine show that. Watch 2 games of the guy against some really good competition, against Georgia, against Tennessee. His press coverage really stands out. Just that demeanor, that physicality. Worth noting in the Tennessee game, I won't be able to get too much into it in the weaknesses, really. There were some blown coverages, and that's, I feel like, mostly because, A, it seems like Kentucky plays a lot of pattern match, which is not really man, not really zone. It's more of a, based on what the number 2 receiver is doing, sometimes the outside receiver, is the outside cornerback following him, or is he trading him off? Hard to explain in a quick, short synopsis, but basically with that combined with Tennessee's tendency to really stretch the sidelines with their offense, just some blown coverages and some touchdowns. I didn't feel qualified enough to know the scheme, to know who was missing the assignments and whatnot, but it was worth noting before we get into this. But we should start with the strengths, and I just wanted to show just how physical Valentine is. So here we go. We're sticking with arrows. Just a running joke on the channel. But just love how physical he is. Just really, this is against Cedric Tillman, one of the more physical wide receiver prospects in this most recent draft class. And, Valentine did not back down. Like, he was not afraid to get in the guy's grill. Just the fact that he was able to do that and then stay in phase against a bigger guy, just very impressive. Got him again, going against Tillman, top of the screen. Just going to keep being physical. Now this one, obviously, it's like a little curl route, and Tillman's able to create separation and get the catch. I'm convinced that he pushes him out onto the sideline, like right around here. I didn't clip this, but there's a coach on the side of Kentucky that starts screaming at the ref. They didn't call anything, and it was a catch. But I'm convinced that this should have been illegal touching, because it was just a great job by Valentine to push him towards the sideline. Now, again, gives up the catch, but I like the play strength, or at least ability to finish and make that tackle so that he does not pick up yards after contact. So I do appreciate that, again, against a bigger wide receiver like Tillman. Got another matchup with him here. Some of these reps are against run, but I just wanted to show just how willing he is to press. Just that that jab step with the hand, and then to follow him. Again, the route isn't finished because it's a run play, but I think he has the movement skills along with that press coverage ability to make him a really sticky potential man coverage guy, which I'm very impressed with. I'm not sure how much of that he would see in Green Bay under Joe Barry if he sees the field, but it's something he's more than capable of doing. Then here against Georgia, again, similar situation, just that little jab step. Yeah, it's a run the opposite way, but just wanted to show some showcases of that. Now, another thing I'm impressed with, a guy that athletic, that sticky in press coverage. I would think that he really tries to bait or get out of position and really like that. But what I'm impressed here is him at the bottom of the screen. Just when he knows his assignment, his patience and discipline. So here we go. He's just trading off. That's Ladd McConkey. And then he's staying in his zone. He's not flying up here. He's not flying upfield. He's just sticking with his spot. He's staying home. He's staying patient. And that ends up benefiting him. Stetson Bennett rolls out. You've got two crossers coming here. And Valentine's just able to sit in between them so he can prevent over the top and then break down on this. And if he was, out here by McConkey and was just trailing him, he's not able to make a play on either of those guys. But instead, he just stays patient. Doesn't get out of his assignment, and it's a nice play. That's something I really wanted to see, because I had seen on some scouting reports I had read that there were a lot of blown assignments and blown coverage. So in my mind, I'm like, is this guy the most disciplined? But there's reps like this where I'm impressed, where he's able to stay committed and disciplined. Now we go top of the screen with Valentine. Again, another situation. They're just running let's double check this route. Yeah, corner flat concept here. So basically he's running out here, and then Bowers is running this flat. So they're basically waiting. He's the stress defender here. They're waiting to see, does he trail out here? Does he break down on this? Wow, I feel like John Madden with all that drawing. But they're just trying to get him out of position to make an easier throw. And instead, he sees both. He's favoring Bowers a little bit. I wouldn't blame him. It's second. They're probably just trying to get to the sticks, and that's going to be a potential top 10 pick next year. But because he doesn't overcommit one way or the other, he's at least able to get in the way of this throwing window. Now, he doesn't get a hand on it. I think he could jump a little bit higher and get a pass breakup on that. But the fact he gets in the eye line here forces McConkey to double catch that, and it's an incompletion. And this is a really tough job for Valentine here. He's just in kind of a lose-lose situation if he commits one way or another. But he stays home, and it allows him to, help force an incompletion. And they come right back to him. Same concept here. You got the little corner, flat, and this is like the very next play. It's third down. They're just trying to move the sticks. They think this is going to be another easy one. They think, okay. Again, Valentine, same situation. He's just staying home, waiting for it. And then he sees, as soon as they decide, all right, let's just hit the flat then, get that easy first down. He breaks so quickly on this. And against a potential first-round tight end, sticks him. And that's fourth down. I know he gets the catch, but the click-close ability and then the stick there prevents the first down. And that's an impressive play. I'm very impressed. And we got some more click-close of that on display here. So we got them right here. Circles are going okay today, guys. Wow. I'm a pro at this point. So here we go. He's just recognizing 86 is just going to seal block. He's just trying to seal off so that he can go here and score. But Valentine reads this too. Sorry, wrong guy. We'll redraw that. He's sealing off here, so he can take off. But again, Valentine reads that so quickly. Breaks down. Nice stop. The awareness on some of these quick concepts is very impressive from the guy. And his bench press was really poor, even for a cornerback. But there's some competitive toughness and some plays where he sticks guys that I'm actually pretty impressed that he keeps his feet moving. He goes low when he needs to. He makes contact at the catch point, and he doesn't really allow as many yards after contact as I was expecting. I really am pretty impressed. And here's some run support stuff. So we got him right here. They're just going to run. They got pullers. This receiver's going to try and bring him on, like pretending a flat, then try and seal off. So you see that seal off. Valentine. Wow, I'm really struggling. Carrington, Valentine. There we go. I'm just impressed that he recognizes what the wide receiver's trying to do and then fights back outside. And then, again, keeps his feet moving through contact to prevent the yards, a tackle being broken. So I very much appreciate that. And then just a couple quick plays. I noticed that he's just good communication, good communicator, especially in pattern match, if this is what I believe they're running. The only way pattern match works is if the secondary's talking to each other. Because you can't think that you're trading off a guy, and then, like, let's say you're an outside corner, and then you're trading off to the guy covering the number 2 defender in theory. If you guys aren't communicating and each guy thinks the other guy has him, that's where you get blown coverages. But I just noticed here, quick point out, and then, roll out. You guys can move your responsibilities. And then again here. See, points it out, sees it, he just follows him. But it's a little thing, but in a defense like this, if you're not talking, you're just screwed. Like, you're just flat out screwed. So seeing that he's talking, he's pointing, he's trying to call stuff out, I appreciate. So, again, it's a 7th round pick, so we're not going to have a ton on this guy, but what I saw was impressive. The bad is as much as he likes to play press, against bigger body guys like Tillman, it is going to bite him at times. He's going to be out of control. Here, he's getting beat at the point of attack. He's really struggling to recover. And, if Tillman breaks this more sharply, I mean, he has plenty of cushion to make a play on a route. And same thing here. We got him right here. Whoa, hit the boundary of that. We got him right here. And again, just that's not ideal jam technique. And he still gives up the slant. Fortunately, again, an impressive tackle on a bigger guy. But just sometimes, even when he is jamming, it's not successful because it's just kind of out of control. And it gives up more cushion than you'd like and doesn't really reroute the wide receiver like you're hoping to. So it just shows up a couple times. It showed up against Tillman. I don't really blame him. Tillman's a pretty significantly sized wide receiver. But it's going to be at the NFL level. There's going to be guys he's going to have to handle like that if he plays press. So just something to keep an eye on. We've got Valentine again here. He will, again, click close is good. It's just sometimes, like, that's too high of pad level. Either go low, make a stick. His tackling technique's not always great. But, again, I talked about it. The effort's there. The competitive toughness is there. Even when it's not clean, he'll keep his feet moving and, prevent yards after contact. Just that pad level's pretty disappointing. And then sometimes when he is trying to go low, we got him here. Again, another click close opportunity. See, he's breaking down, and he just whiffs. Then he just takes a bad angle here. Fortunately, he has help inside. And it's not technically terrible because he is keeping outside containment. He wants to funnel. If he keeps outside here, it's going to force the running back to come inside, and that's where you have help, help, help. So, as an outside corner, that's what you want. It's just you don't want to whiff that badly. And that does worry me in an open field situation. And believe me, Packers fans know there's going to be some open field tackling situations for the corners. And then last year, this is unfair. We talked about play strength being a little bit of a concern. But when you've got a right tackle, this guy coming as a puller, pray for him. We'll play it again. I'm sorry, Valentine. It's just that's a SEC right tackle coming at you at full speed, and you're gonna get tossed. I don't blame him. He's a 7th round corner, but again, pretty impressed with the 7th round cornerback. I think he's going to compete with guys like Shamar John Charles, Kabian Ento for a spot on the 53-man roster. So something to keep an eye on. There's a chance, especially depending on what they want to do with Keyshawn Nixon. Does he get in on certain sub packages once he gets comfortable with the defense? Something to keep an eye on later in the season, but I'm very excited to see him in the preseason. Think he actually has a legitimate shot at making this 53-man roster. But that's all we got. A little housekeeping note. If you noticed, today's episode is coming out on a Tuesday instead of a Monday. For the next 2 weeks, just because of holidays, traveling, start of high school football practices, so a lot of busy stuff going on. Just going to do 2 episodes a week. Once the previews are over, I'm still thinking on what I want to do for the next episode. So leave comments on what your suggestions are for new future videos. I'm thinking about some stuff about, Jordan Love, Christian Watson, stuff like that. But again, I want to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe and enter into the giveaway. We're giving away a $100 gift card and a copy of the book, which I do not have around me right now. But if you made it this far, make sure you subscribe if you have not. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you later this week with Lou Nichols, Central Michigan running back. Finally going to talk running back. That's more my speed. Let's go. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Go Pack Go.